Hi guys, welcome to Drum Dog, and today we're checking out Tom Flurry's So today we are going to be looking at moving around the kit with a bit of speed, playing those Tom Flurries that we've all seen our favourite players do, but when we go to play it ourselves it's not quite as easy and as fluid as it looks. So today we're going to be looking at the technique involved in this type of playing, as well as a few exercises to get us feeling a bit more comfortable moving around that kit. So first things first, let's just think about technique here for a second, because as we're moving around the kit with this much speed, a couple of things start to change slightly from when we'd be playing kind of a normal speed fill, where the notes feel a bit more individual. So the biggest difference here comes from the part of our arm that's actually playing the notes and the parts of our arm that are just moving our sticks around the different drums. And we really want to isolate those to different parts of the arm as much as possible. Now this is purely because when we're moving around the kit with this much speed and it really is flying around, if we're treating every single hit as a down, up, across, down, up, across, down, up, then we simply can't get around the kit fast enough to really let it be as flowing as it needs to be. So by the time we're up around those speeds, the way we want to treat it is we want to let our wrists do the playing. Okay, so all of those notes, especially up around that speed, are just coming from here. We can get plenty of volume from there. Don't forget that your stick's heavy, the drums don't need to be hit that hard to get a decent amount of volume. Your wrist really is plenty enough. And then everything north of the wrist in the arm, we're going to be using simply to play around the kit. So again, wrist playing the notes, arm moving around the kit. Resist that temptation to play any of these notes from the elbow and especially the shoulder, because all that arm wants to be doing is moving around while the wrist does all of the work. Now, while we can practice just playing from our wrist on a pad, and that's definitely something worth checking out, making sure that those forearms aren't moving and that we're just playing from those wrists in both hands, this isn't really something that we can practice on just a pad, because we need to practice moving around those different sound sources. So let's take this to the kit with a nice simple exercise. For this exercise, we're going to be moving around 3 toms with one hand at a time with a kick in between. So it'll be tom, 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 kick, tom, 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 kick. Now, while we're playing that exercise, as well as starting nice and slowly with it, we want to be thinking about 3 things. Now, we want to be thinking about accuracy on the drums, because there's a really massive difference in the sound between you hitting your tom dead in the center and hitting it really close to the edge. So we really want to be aiming dead in the center of each tom, taking it nice and slow. The second thing we want to be thinking about is a nice fluid motion, okay? We don't want to be treating this as 3 individual hits. Doom, 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 kick, doom, doom, doom. We want to let it be one constant motion that happens to hit 3 drums as we're on our way down. So let it be one sweeping motion down that kit while we're playing those drums. And the third thing is relaxation. So at this slow speed, it's easy to play it with more tension, but we need to get used to playing this as relaxed as we can, because that's going to be a really important key feature when we start playing this a little bit faster. So as we're slowly picking up the pace with this exercise here, we're going to keep those 3 things in mind, and we're going to get comfortable with each hand a little bit faster. And once that's feeling nice and relaxed and dependable in each hand, let's think about adding those hands together with 2 kicks in between each group. Now, this is not going to happen overnight. We're not just going to try this exercise in one practice session and then at the end of the practice session be absolutely flying around the kit. We have to take this nice and steady. So this is going to be something we're going to be working on over a few weeks, a few months, and slowly building up that speed each time. But keep taking that regular step back to practicing it slowly, thinking about those 3 things, that accuracy, that nice flowing movement, and that relaxation. Keep taking it back and building up those things, and then each time we're going to increase that speed incrementally until we're actually starting to feel more comfortable and fly around that kit a bit more. So once we are starting to feel a bit more relaxed with this and we can feel that speed starting to come with less tension and more relaxation, then we can think maybe about playing some different patterns around the kit. Now obviously I've got a few too many toms on this kit, so we are going to use them, but you can come up with your own patterns here. So we're still working in groups of 2, so that's a right and a left on each drum, but there's so many different patterns you can find across your kit, so experiment and see what works for you. Now, I can't stress enough how this stuff really has to be a slow burn on the practice. So don't try and play faster than you're comfortable with, because that key is the flowing movement and the relaxation. Now, the second you start pushing above where you're comfortable, you're going to tense up. So again, take that step back and just get comfortable at each speed before you're pushing on a little bit faster. Now, I really hope these exercises help you guys move around that kit with a little bit more fluidity and freedom, and I hope you can use this to make some of your own exciting and explosive fills. If you want to check out more drum lessons like this, then don't forget to check out the channel and throw us a subscribe if you enjoy it. If you want to check out more lessons, then head over to our website drum.dog, where you can check out our feature-length lesson packs, and we hope to see you again soon.